Alejandro González Iñárritu's 2015 film The Revenant is one of the director's most well-known movies, and here is the ending of the movie explained. The Revenant is one of the most critically acclaimed and memorable films of the 2010s, with it being the movie that finally won Leonardo DiCaprio his Best Actor award at the Oscars. The Revenant has managed to maintain its status as one of the iconic modern westerns and revenge stories, but the deep themes leave a lot to be unpacked. So, here is everything there is to know about The Revenant's ending, explained. 2015's The Revenant tells the true story of Hugh Glass, a frontiersman from the early 1800s who becomes stranded in the woods after being betrayed by his party and attacked by a bear. Despite this, Glass manages to crawl his way through the woods in an attempt to hunt down those that betrayed him and get his revenge. The Revenant features some pretty big-name actors, with Leonardo DiCaprio starring alongside Tom Hardy, Will Poulter, Domhnall Gleeson, and more. The Revenant's ending is one of the most well-known parts of the film, and here is what happens and what it means, explained. What happens in The Revenant's ending? Alejandro González Iñárritu's The Revenant starts out by setting up a pretty tragic situation for Hugh Glass, with his party betraying him by leaving him behind after he is mauled by a grizzly bear. The party's abandonment of Hugh Glass means that Hugh's son Hawk has to go with them, but he refuses. As Hardy's Tom S. Fitzgerald attempts to kill Glass, Hawk tries to stop him, leading to Fitzgerald stabbing Hawk to death. Thus, Glass is left for dead, with him slowly regaining his strength before beginning to crawl through the wilderness and hunt Fitzgerald down. By the end of the film, a search party finds Hugh Glass, barely clinging on to life, with Glass explaining that Fitzgerald was the one behind Hawk's murder. Thus, they head out on a hunt for Fitzgerald, eventually running into him. Glass and Fitzgerald eventually find each other alone, leading to a fight. Although Glass has the chance to kill Fitzgerald, he instead pushes him in the river, allowing him to float downstream to a group of Arikara Native Americans. The Arikara kill Fitzgerald and Glass leaves, with Glass then having one final conversation with the spirit of his wife. Does Hugh Glass die at the end of The Revenant? Leonardo DiCaprio as Hugh Glass gets mauled by a bear in The Revenant. The Revenant ends on a strange note, with the final scene featuring Hugh Glass as he talks to the spirit of his wife. Although his wife is mentioned throughout the film, this ghostly apparition has some odd implications, with it possibly hinting that Hugh Glass actually died. After all, Glass is on the brink of death for most of the film, with his desire for revenge being the only thing that kept him going. The Revenant's ending could be read as Glass finally allowing himself to peacefully die, joining his wife and son in the afterlife.